to win the whole mini tour, which always seems a little bit harsh.
This is, well, in third, Aurora was, in fact, in 8th place at the top of the hill, some 8 seconds off, but she's had a good second half to her race.
10 seconds or so off the pace for Jean of France, and I think she'll be happy with that. She started today 31 seconds behind the leaders of the mini tour, and that of course is Justyna KOWALCZYK. Just so you know, the margins, Niskanen, who started number 51, 7 seconds down, Marit Bjorgen 8.4 down at the start of. So the likelihood is that KOWALCZYK is going to take a lead into stage 3 of this mini tour. The question is, what size will that lead be? And if she doesn't get the maximum bonus points today, then we may well find this lady is in front. 3:33. Oh, look at this. 3:29.2. A full 4 seconds clear, but she doesn't look quite so light on her feet as some of those have at that stage of the course.
Marit Bjorgen, she just keeps, she's able to produce it. She might have a bad day. I know she's had 3 second places in the 3 last races, but this looks like it could be her day today.
Charlotte Kalla had 1.6 seconds advantage over Kikkan Randall at the top of the climb at 1.2 kilometers, and now she has just 10 seconds to get inside the American, and I think it looks as though the lead is going to change, and Charlotte Kalla with one of her best runs of the season, 6, 7, 8, she's inside. 2.2 the margin, a comfortable win when it comes to prologues.
Very good, very good. Hey, maybe it's going to turn out the way it did last year with Bjorgen first, Kalla second. But can this lady change it? Ah, she can. This is a good...
She's not there yet, Mike.
She's not there.
Still got some 25 metres to go. 3:29 has gone. And you know what? KOWALCZYK will not be as quick as Bjorgen on the downhill. She'll probably lose 2 seconds on the very first corner. We'll see. We will see. We will follow Justyna KOWALCZYK. Here she comes.
I'm just thinking, Patrick, if Justyna wins this mini tour, she'll pick up another 41,000 euros, and she's got the biggest pay season of any cross-country skier. She's sitting on, what, 251,000 at the moment, and of course it's 5,000 for each little day win as well. So she could top out on the 300,000.
That's euros.
Euros, yeah.
That's euros. Yeah, we won't talk about football. Think of the work that she's had to do to achieve those sums. She deserves every euro that she's got. Now, Marit Bjorgen coming down in towards the stadium. She needs a time of around 5:43 when she drops off the bridge and starts to approach the final straight over the top. And it's looking good at the moment for Marit Bjorgen, who is some 3 seconds clear of Charlotte Kalla at the top of the climb. 3:37. Oh, she's miles inside.
I reckon I've got her on about 5.56 seconds at the moment. If she can pick up now the final pace.
It's not the sort of sprint that we saw in Stockholm from Marit Bjorgen. So it may just be a margin of 3 or 4 seconds, but she's still got 10 seconds to get inside. She will take the lead away from Charlotte Kalla. The question is, how many seconds advantage will she have? 4.4.
4.4. She lost a little at the end there. She was definitely up. She did seem to back off compared to Kalla into the final 100.
I don't think she had anything left. She used it on the uphill, used her experience from last year, and I think the odds are on, Mike, that she is going to record the quickest time today. Niskanen, no sign of her. She's coming through the finish. We'll try and pick up on the Finns' time, but everyone interested in Charlotte Kalla, who has another minute or so to go. 5:37 when Marit Bjorgen dropped off the bridge.
I make this, this is down, without a doubt, down on Bjorgen. Not by much, though, maybe 4 seconds.
I'll give her 9 seconds down on Marit Bjorgen.
I like the way she, coming into the stadium, she held her tuck position as long as she possibly could.
Now, it looks as though she's not going to get a top 3, and that would mean no bonus seconds, and that would mean that the Tour lead switches to Norway from Poland, because Marit Bjorgen, leading on 6:03, undoubtedly takes the win. Randall on 6:09 will survive in 3rd. JACOBSEN's okay. WENG is going to be pushed down, but only by 1 place, and so KOWALCZYK going into 5th place, which is exactly where she finished in won the mini tour last year. She finished 4th in this prologue, so dropping down 1 place. How much concern?
I'm a little worried for her, for Bjorgen to have taken the victory. She gets that time to pick up another 15 seconds, effectively a shift of 23 seconds.
Well, Marit Bjorgen was 8.4 down at the start of today. So we're looking at something like 15, 16 seconds separating the two if our calculations are right. And hopefully we'll get up to date. These are the actual standings for today. But remember, the bonus seconds of 15, 10 and 5 have got to be added. And then, of course, the times from Stockholm have to be added or taken away. Niskanen 13th in the end. She started, the penultimate started today, 17.9 behind. Any bad results? Hoog, remember, started very early on, 18th. That's great skiing from her, and good World Cup points as well. The Americans peppering those top 20. Ashida, I think, will be a little bit disappointed with 23rd, but her strength comes on Saturday and Sunday. Fessel 25. Anyone else had a poor run, Mike, that you can pick out? Shevchenko, no real surprise to see her back in 34. She hates freestyle. She's a brilliant classic skier, though.
I think for Sweden, Anna Haag, well, that's on the previous page at 22nd. A little surprised. I thought she would be certainly a top 20. So let's just, as we look at the other, Stera of Norway, 44th. That's a disappointing run, 38.3, and she started 1:15, so she's almost 2 minutes off the pace of the leaders in the tour.
0 on top, please. On top. Thank you again.
Well, what a race. I must say, I enjoy these prologues, Mike. What I would like to see is a second split time, just so we get some idea of how well they're descending. So instead of having just the split at halfway, have one at the top of the climb, but then have one halfway down, so we know exactly where they're standing, because it's such an exciting form of racing.
And so true, because remember, at the top of the big climb, the position was Bjorgen, KOWALCZYK, KALLA, Randall, Brooks, and of course, poor old KOWALCZYK finished in 5th place. So to get another split time would have just let us see. I like the new addition to the bindings here, Patrick. You can see it clearly on Bjorgen's foot, so it really takes the toe, the front part of the shoe higher, and especially in the skating technique, well, for the skating technique, it helps create that very important angle from ankle to knee to hip.
Well, beautiful sunny skies here in Falun. The organisers are a little concerned that temperatures are going to get up around 4, 5, 6 degrees this afternoon and eat away the precious white stuff that they've been looking after all winter in preparation for these World Cup races. Doesn't look too bad here, but there are 1 or 2 areas in the forest where they haven't had as much snow, and that's why they didn't use the same course as they used last year. We'll be back on motorback, and I think they're going to use it tomorrow, but we'll wait and see what the decision is there. The snow looked in pretty good nick to me, though, Mike. Nothing to worry about.
Looks great. What's this, the final?
So the standings overall in the mini tour as it goes, 7:44 to 8:02, 18 seconds. For once, our mathematics is just about right. Kalla in 3rd place for Sweden now. She'll be delighted with her run today. Nice to see her racing so well. Therese JOHAUG, who certainly is capable of finishing in the top 3 of the mini tour and wants to finish in the top 3 of the overall World Cup standings, in 13th at the moment.
I think it's going to be so interesting tomorrow. The 10-kilometre classic is a mass start, Patrick. And at one opportunity in the women's race, they can pick up a bonus sprint for 15, 10 and 5. And also for the finish, 15, 10 and 5.
World Cup standings, well, KOWALCZYK just misses out on that 2,000 mark, but she will get there tomorrow and make history in women's cross-country skiing, absolutely miles ahead of everyone else. But you have to remember, Marit Bjorgen missed 18 races this season, and she's still in the top 7 of the World Cup standings. And in fact, I think she might have gone up into 6th with her result today. The other outstanding thing about Bjorgen's racing this year, Mike, she's only ever finished 1st or 2nd.
Credit that.
And she keeps that going. That's win number 7 for the season today.
That's an incredible statistic. And of course, she had that great run at the beginning of the season.
Now let's see what she's got to say. Here she is, Marit Bjorgen of Norway.
It was a good day.
Yes, for sure it was a good day. It's a race who's fit me very good, and I feel my legs was feeling very good today, and I tried to push hard. Yeah, I was a little bit slow downhill, but I wasn't yeah, it was okay, and I was pushing in the stadium. I think, yeah, it was a good race.
We have mass start in Classic tomorrow. I think it's a good chance for you to increase the gap for the final lead.
Yeah, I will try, and I think Justyna is going to go hard tomorrow, and I have to try to follow her, and Therese I think also. So yeah, I'm feeling my body is feeling good, and then everything is possible tomorrow also.
Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, what a great season. What a shame she missed the bulk of it, and of course the Tour de Ski. She mentions Justyna because Justyna's forte is the 10-kilometre classic, which is exactly what they're doing tomorrow. And Bjørgen has got to hang on in there. The margin, 18 seconds, isn't a huge amount if KOWALCZYK makes one of those famous breaks.
And of course, Bjørgen didn't do the 30-kilometre on Sunday, and that's why she's feeling so fresh and ready for this. Of course, Justyna did do it on Sunday.
Well, that's just about all we got time for now. Remember, the men's race starts at 17:15 Central European time, so just after 4:15. We'll be back in a couple of hours or so for the men's prologue. Cologne versus Nortug versus Lenkov. We'll see you then. Goodbye for now.